There's someone in your life right now. Maybe it's a coworker who makes little comments that get under your skin. Maybe it's someone who texts you only when they need something. Maybe it's that person who knows exactly how to get a reaction from you and does it every single time. And every time they pull that trigger, you react, you defend yourself, you explain, you replay the conversation for hours afterward, lying in bed at 2 a.m., crafting the perfect comeback you'll never actually say, and they win every single time. Not because they're smarter than you, not because they have more power than you, but because they understand something about human psychology that nobody ever taught you. Your reaction is their reward. Your attention is their oxygen. And as long as you keep giving it, they keep coming back for more. I used to be that person. I really do mean that. The one who couldn't let things go, couldn't walk away, couldn't stay quiet when someone pushed. And I was like, why does this keep happening to me? Until I discovered what the most psychologically powerful people in the world have always known. Stay until point 3, because that one changed everything for me, and I think it will for you too. Point 1, the scarcity principle. Why ignoring is the most powerful thing you can do. Here's a dark truth about human psychology that most people spend their entire lives learning the hard way. We don't value what comes easily. We obsess over what pulls away. I mean that deeply. Psychologists call this the scarcity principle, and it's one of the most well-documented phenomena in human behavior. When something becomes rare, its perceived value skyrockets. When something is always available, it becomes invisible. Think about that person who texts back hours later, who doesn't react to every little thing, who seems completely unbothered by situations that would send most people into a spiral. They live in your head rent-free, and here's why. Their silence creates a vacuum. And the human brain cannot handle uncertainty. It starts filling in the gaps, creating stories, wondering what they're thinking, and suddenly, that person holds all the power, without saying a single word. Now flip that around. Every time you reply instantly to someone who takes hours, every time you explain yourself to people who already decided to misunderstand you, every time you react to disrespect instead of walking away in silence. You're handing over control of your emotions to people who probably don't even think about you before they sleep. Mind you, they're not doing this consciously. That's just how human psychology works. The moment you start practicing strategic silence, something shifts. People start wondering about you. They start respecting your time. And the ones who were taking you for granted? They wake up because you're not a guarantee anymore. You're a question mark. And question marks are irresistible to the human mind. Point 2, cold ignoring versus warm ignoring, knowing which weapon to use. Most people think ignoring is one thing. It's not. I mean that. There are two completely different types, and using the wrong one at the wrong time is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Cold ignoring is total silence. No response, no acknowledgement, nothing. This is for toxic people, energy vampires, and anyone who has repeatedly shown you disrespect. When you go cold on someone, completely, deliberately, without drama, their brain enters a psychological state researchers call social rejection response. The same neural pathways that activate during physical pain fire up, and there's nothing they can do about it. But warm ignoring is different. Warm ignoring is subtle. Delayed responses, shorter replies, less emotional investment. You're still present, but you're clearly not as available as you used to be. And this works beautifully for people you can't cut off completely. Coworkers, family, acquaintances. The key is what psychologists call energy matching, but always slightly less. If someone gives you 20%, you give them 15, never more, never equal, always slightly less. And I was like, wait, this is it. This is why some people just naturally command respect without ever demanding it. Watch how quickly the dynamic changes. Point 3, Your reaction is information. Stop giving it away for free. This is the one I told you to stay for. Every single person who ever made you feel small, who talked over you, who provoked you just to watch you lose control, they weren't smarter than you. I really do believe that. They just understood one rule. Your emotional reaction is a map of your vulnerabilities, and every time you react, every time you get angry, defensive, or flustered, you're handing them that map and saying, "Here, this is where you can hurt me." And they use it every time. Think about it. Truly powerful people don't need to provoke reactions. They're secure, they're calm, they're in control. But insecure people, people who have no real power, need to see you react because your reaction gives them a temporary hit of significance. It makes them feel like they matter. Mind you, most of them don't even realize they're doing it. The moment you understand this, the moment you see their provocations as desperate bids for significance rather than actual attacks on your character, everything changes. Because now you're not defending yourself, you're observing them, almost like a scientist watching a predictable experiment unfold. They push, you don't move. They push harder, still nothing. And slowly, the confusion sets in. Why isn't this working? And in that confusion, the power dynamic silently reverses. Point 4, the intermittent reinforcement trap. Why people can't stop chasing you. Here's something that will make you rethink every relationship you've ever had. I mean, every single one. Psychologists discovered something extraordinary while studying gambling addiction. The most addictive reward schedule isn't constant reward. It's not random reward. It's unpredictable reward. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, with no clear pattern. They call it intermittent reinforcement, and it is devastatingly effective on the human brain. Think about what this means for you. When you're always available, always responding, always giving, you're training people to take you for granted. Predictable rewards lose their value fast. But when you become selectively available, when you sometimes engage fully and sometimes barely at all, you become psychologically fascinating. People can't put you in a box. They can't predict you. And that unpredictability is magnetic. I'm not saying use this to manipulate. Mind you, there's a version of this that's purely strategic and cold. I'm saying understand it, because once you do, you realize that the people who seem to effortlessly hold everyone's attention aren't doing anything complicated. They're just genuinely building something worth being unavailable for. The cold psychology of ignoring is not about being cruel. It's not about games. It's about this. Your silence is not weakness. Your silence is power. And power doesn't announce itself. It just exists. Unbothered, untouchable, unshaken. The people you're most afraid to stop reacting to are usually the people you need to stop reacting to the most. Your heart races even thinking about it. That fear is exactly why you need to do it. Because on the other side of that fear is a version of you that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't explain. A version of you that walks into every room knowing you don't need anyone there to feel complete. That's not coldness, that's freedom.